Fuck it, man. I'll do trucks. I'll be Clinger Man. How about trucks at Homestead? What's the race length on fucking Homestead? Okay, we're not doing that. I forgot still set to 100% or whatever because I was doing this the other day. 25. We might do normal. How much is 25% at Homestead? Not Bristol, fucking Homestead. Alright. 3 times where, you think? 3 times where? At Homestead, Miami. Ain't qualifying, ain't practicing, we going straight into the race. Also, NASCAR YouTube.
Get on your feet. It's time to go NASCAR Truck Series racing as we go trackside for the most famous words in all of motorsports. Drivers, start your engine!
Crank it up now, time to go. Let us know what the car needs.
Needs lower air pressures is what it needs. And those little wedges you can give me. Because that's some shit I can adjust during the race.
10 away. Green, green. Inside. Stay high. Clear inside. Inside door.
Everybody starts sliding up when they see me coming.
Outside.
And then I get fucking doored and blocked in. You're a fucking
One outside.
douchebag.
3 wide.
Oh yeah, good block there.
One high.
Thanks. And then it slides up because I try to go
One
around.
outside.
I swear to God, dude, I have no more patience with
3
this shit.
wide.
Let's go. You start changing the line, they
inside.
start sliding up in front
3
of
wide.
me every fucking time. It's really irritating.
Clear high if you want it. 1 high. 1 low. 4 wide. Clear outside. Clear. Clear bottom. Car inside. Clear high if you want it. Clear, all clear. Car low. Car low. Clear bottom. Car outside. Clear up top. Clear inside. 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 Clear high. Clear low if you
This
want
truck's
it.
going to be out of control.
Car outside.
So we're going to have to put some wedge back in this thing. I do.
Inside. Clear outside. Inside now. Clear inside. Car outside. Clear outside.
Has it begun yet? No, it doesn't start until 3:30.
Clear high if you want it.
They're not even live and waiting yet. There's just a timer on their YouTube channel that says when they're going live. So we just chilling on this momentous day. This hopefully momentous day. Out here hoping for good things. Will it be good? I'm pretty sure it's the chase, so I mean it's fine. You know, we all want full season, but I'm okay with a 10-race chase like we used to have, with some minor modifications, and that sounds like what it's going to be. All the rumors say it's the chase format from 2011 to 2013 version.
Outside now.
Maybe with 16 drivers instead of 2. Instead of 2 wild card spots, 4. So you got top 12 on points, and behind that is 4 guys with the most wins, not in the top 12, something like that, I think. But we'll see. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but that's the rumor.
Car outside.
Heard something about maybe it's 8 races instead of 10 or something. I don't know. We'll find out here in a little bit. What? Corey Haim with a massive fucking lead. Who would have thought? I can promise you one thing. It'll be better than what we've had. I'm confident in thinking that. And Joey Logano will never win a championship ever again, so hear, hear. God damn, his truck's loose. We're gonna put a little wedge in this motherfucker. Loose.
Car outside. Great job. You got the lead.
If I can not spin out, I'll be all right.
Clear. Inside door. You're clear inside.
let that banking turn the truck for you when it's too loose. I'm sorry for these crappy tires, but I've got to get past halfway. So you got a bunch of trucks already pitting. I can one-stop this fucker.
All right, bring it in and pit this time.
Nah, bro, not yet.
Watch your tire wear.
Yeah, I know. Tires are bad and clean. This I know.
Bring it in this lap. Okay, make any adjustment you need.
Please put some wedge in that bitch. Road speed is 50. Hopefully I don't die trying to get on pit road on my crappy tires.
Easy on your tires now. Slow down, slow down.
Not bad. I'll give up some time to Heim, but I'll catch him again.
That's halfway.
Maybe I should have went up on the tire pressures a little bit, so maybe the tires would be slightly more durable. NASCAR's YouTube channel goes live in 5 minutes. Boy, this pit stop was long.
Stay on your blend line here. We lost the lead. Let's get it back.
Oh, we'll get it back. Don't worry. I ain't losing any more spots, so you just shit out of luck.
Inside.
Oh, he's gonna fucking be a dick and run it in there on me.
Clear inside. One outside. Clear high. Car
Of course you're gonna
outside.
try to block me, because I'm
Clear
third
high.
on the lead lap and you're dead fucking last.
One outside. Clear high if you want it. Car outside. Clear, all clear. one up high. They're outside. Outside door. They're outside.
See you, Rowdy.
Outside door. Clear high if you want it.
I know you're there, Ian.
Outside now.
Told you I'd run
Clear
this
high.
down. Ain't nothing to it.
One outside. Clear high. Car outside. Clear high if you want it. Outside door. We're out front, driver. Clear outside. One on the bottom. Clear all around.
Still loose, but not out of control.
10 to go now. One high. Clear up top. One low. Clear inside. Inside door. Clear low if you want it.
The YouTube channel's about to go live. Let me pull up my phone. Starts and do the countdown. Starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Waiting for NASCAR, it says. Well, motherfuckers, you said 3:30. I am here promptly at 3:30. I don't guess anybody else is, but there's 14,000 people waiting in the live chat on the NASCAR YouTube channel right now. Somebody said, typical NASCAR, late to do anything good. Yeah, fuckers, you said 3:30, and you ain't on yet. So I'll keep driving. Only got a few laps to go. A lot of the field's going to pit twice, but not us. We're going to be stubborn and make this a one-stopper on our shitty tires at the end. Because I'm a man, and I'm not afraid to drive a car on worn-out tires. I'm fearless, or in this case, a truck on worn-out tires. Just tell me I'm going to get a legitimate champion this year. Please. The champion that nobody's going to complain about.
Car outside.
Boy, NASCAR had to learn some hard lessons this past year.
One low.
They really had to learn some hard fucking lessons to get to where we are.
Clear low if you want it.
Yeah, the truck's still snapping. Oh, and they're showing fucking Kurt Busch. They're showing Kurt Busch in 04. They're showing Tony Stewart in 05. They're showing Jimmy Johnson 5 in a row. I think I know what it is, guys. I think I know what it's going to be. Jimmy Johnson 5 in a row is the only reason we ever switched away from this shit. Because people just couldn't get good and beat Jimmy Johnson. ...2011 now. Ooh, the peak of the format, 2011. And then Brad Keselowski. They're literally showing all the Chase champions.
Outside now. Clear, please. One outside. You're all clear?
They're showing all the Chase guys. Okay, here we go. Hold on, I got to pause this race. We got Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Mark Martin, and Steve O'Donnell.
The fact that the Daytona 500 is just over a month away, and when you think about today's announcement, all the energy and excitement that's going to bring, this is no doubt a historic day for NASCAR. Before I introduce our panel in today's announcement,
how did we stray so far from God's light? But at least we're getting a little closer back to it.
And listening on Sirius XM NASCAR radio. Let's get to the announcement, and Steve O'Donnell take it away.
Steve O'Donnell, can't believe you still have a job.
Format in 2026.
Well, thank you, Adam, and appreciate everybody being here as well. I do want to take a minute. This is the first time we've been in front of the media and been able to talk to some folks, and want to let everyone know we're still thinking about Greg Biffle and his family and all those involved in that tragic plane crash, and also Denny Hamlin, the loss of his dad. We're all praying for his mom with a speedy recovery. Denny was a big part of today's announcement, put a lot of work into it. He's been a big part of the formats, and we're thinking about him and really appreciate him as well. So you got a great group here, some of which who are involved in coming up with this format. Just kind of a quick history of how we got to where we were. Tim Clark headed up a group that included a number of folks from the industry. That was drivers, owners, OEMs, television partners, and a lot of sponsors to talk about what we could do going forward with our championship format. And there were a couple things that were vitally important, I think, to everyone in the group. One was that winning still had to matter. We had to make sure that that was a big component of what we were doing. We certainly wanted consistency to matter. Not lost on us that throughout what we've seen with the current format, there were times when a driver could win and maybe take a couple races because he had that win in the bank. That's not something we wanted. We wanted every race to matter, so both of those needed to be front and center. And then we also wanted our fans to know that we're listening, in our industry to know that we're listening. So with that,
NASCAR listen
is candidly that the chase is back. We are going back to a format where the Cup
and they're calling it the chase.
6 races will be based on points system.
Points,
the
yes.
Final 10 races will make up the chase.
Yes.
So if you go into the chase format, first
16 drivers, 10 races.
Points will be set. So the points leader will go into the chase at 2,100 points. It was important for us to have a bonus for that leader, so they'll have a 25-point lead.
Ooh, they're bumping race wins up like I said they should. No more winning in. Oh my God, it's the greatest day of my life.
5 points.
This is the greatest day of my life.
For the group that got together was winning. I talked about that, and we're going to take winning from 40 points up to 55 points.
They increased the payout per play. That's all you ever had to do.
Each and every race to have to go out there and perform, but also go for wins. And while I have a minute, I want to take a moment to thank Mark for coming from his vacation. I know it's a long trip from out west. Mark Martin was the first guy in the room to stand up and say, I want to go back to full season points. There were a lot of folks who wanted to throw Mark out of the room initially, but what Mark did was got us to a position where what's the right balance? And the balance between those who like the playoff and those who like that full season points. And we believe we've struck that balance. We've got the best of both worlds where every race matters. We've talked to a lot of folks in the industry. We've run a lot of different models and believe this is the best place to land, really to get back to who we are. That's the core of NASCAR and want to launch this, and we're really excited about the 2026 season.
Steve O'Donnell giving us the details of what's going to happen with our championship format in 2026. He referenced the Hall of Famer Mark Martin. We're glad that Mark is here and a part of our panel. The rest of our panel, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Hall of Famer, owner Junior Motorsports. On the back row, active drivers. Chase Briscoe is here from Gibbs Racing, driving.
This is fantastic.
Toyota. And Chase Elliott, driver of the number 9 from Hendrick Motorsports. It seems appropriate to have two guys on the panel named Chase, I believe. I want to go around and get the reaction of all of you on today's announcement, the format that will unfold in 2020.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot to say, but I was really excited to hear the news that we're kind of getting a little bit closer to a full 36 race format. This is as close, in my opinion, that you can get without going all the way.
And they said
what I think it does is it makes it simpler for our fans to follow. I'm a fan of the sport, and now I'm compelled to plug in every single week because I know there's a long form objective for my driver to accomplish to be able to give him season. It does not assure him
God damn it, I didn't want to close out. I'm trying to get to my fucking...
success in the postseason. So with the way that they're going to stack the bonus points and everything else, it's critical that these drivers have success every single week. Every single race, every single lap will have more importance. I think that's fun for the drivers to have a more clear objective to how to get to the championship and easier for our fans to follow.
Mark, your thoughts?
Well, the fans were yelling at me, we want full season points. So I yelled even louder and almost got thrown out. As Steve said, I think that this is the most perfect compromise that you could ever ask for. It's going to require our 2026 champion to be lightning fast and incredibly consistent. And that's what we can all get behind. So I'm really excited. I think it's fantastic. And I just appeal to the race fans, all the race fans, but especially the classic fans who say to me, I don't watch anymore. I say, we need you. Come on back. You know, we're headed in the right direction. And you know, come back and join with us, and we'll keep making progress. And one more thing, for the broadcasters, for the media, the journalists, and everyone, this is a time for a change in how we cover the sport, and that means instead of every week talking about the cutoff line, the playoff, who's in, who's out, all these things, we need to focus even more on our heroes. These guys behind me that are winning these races are our Pearsons and our Yarboroughs and our Buddy Bakers of today. And we need our fans to connect with these guys. We need them to connect with the crew chiefs. We need to connect with with the engineers as well. Give the fans something that they can connect to and help us build these superstars like they deserve to be.
Chase Elliott, lead us off from the back row.
Yeah, well, it gets harder as you go along here to add to this, but I think, look, this is a couple things come to my mind. First and foremost, to Steve's point, willing to listen, right? Not only to Mark and Dale and even guys like myself and Ryan, who I think have kind of screamed at some of these things over the course of time of just wanting it to be better. And I think we all want it to be better because, to Dale's point, we are fans of the sport. I grew up a fan. I watched that video. A lot of those years of Jimmy dominating and, the championship with Tony and Carl all during the chase were incredible runs, right? I think we oftentimes forget just how good we had it through those years of the chase format. And I do think it's a nice compromise. I think, getting a full season was going to be a pretty big challenge. And I'm not sure that there's really a better place to land than a true 10-race chase. Really similar to what we had through those years of the epic battles that we saw. So I personally appreciate Steve and the folks at NASCAR for being able to come together with our TV partners and making everyone happy. That's a really hard thing to do, and I think sometimes we all forget about that and just how many pieces make this puzzle. So really
I
proud
like
to be
this
here.
too.
I
I'm
can say
good.
that with
I'm
complete
good.
honesty. This is something I'm proud of as a
I'm good with
competitor
this.
and something I'm looking forward to competing in and against these guys with. And I think just from my perspective, challenge the race fans this year. Let's enjoy what we got. We're so quick to complain about everything, everything that we have and everything that we do. Let's enjoy what we have because we're making history, whether you like it or not. Celebrate the champion. Celebrate the guys who went out there and did a good job. I think this format promotes that. So let's enjoy what we have. We got a pretty cool thing, at the end of the day. So let's not forget about it and enjoy what we got today. Right. Yeah. I mean, just to echo with what all these guys said in front of me and before me, I am very excited for it. I grew up, right? I think probably all three of us sitting up here are at the age where we all grew up. The chase was in place, and this is what we watched as kids, and I loved seeing it, and I loved seeing close battles, and I feel like it also is going to. I sit back and I look at this new format, and there's sometimes we all get grief about over aggressiveness and things like that. And sometimes you get put in these situations when it's a win and move on type scenario. And I think it's going to clean up a lot of the racing side of it and kind of get back to the purity side of it, to where it is a little bit more of not brash and a little bit more of the beautiful art form that I grew up loving. And so I am a huge fan of it. Like Jay said and all these guys said, I appreciate NASCAR for listening. I appreciate all these guys, Mark and Dale, for being big voices for us. And it's just fun to be a part of it. So I look forward to next year. And consistency is going to be a massive part of it. So you're going to have it's not going to be, I don't think you're still going to get guys that get out and be like, good points day. It's still going to be winning is a huge product of it because of the increase in the winner's points. So, yeah, it's excited. I hope everyone's as excited as we all are to be a part of it and for them to watch it on TV through their years.
If the art form of this chase format models your mustache, we're in for a real treat. I'll say that. Chase Briscoe, your thoughts?
Well, I like the name. Yeah, it's a great name. Yeah, I'm excited. Just like these guys said, I don't really know what else I can add, but I think it has every characteristic that you want in a championship format, where winning matters, consistency matters. DNFs are going to matter. Just the point swing now with the winning. You're not going to have that winning in, but with the 15 extra bonus points, you can take a guy from fourth in the championship all the way to the end of the lead.
Me and my buddy Cameron are messaging back and forth.
So many new elements. It's just honestly a great format. Like Brian was saying, I grew up with the chase format and loved it. And I think this makes it just even better. So yeah, just looking forward to finally being a competitor in it, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what we have.
Let's open it up for questions in the room. We've got a couple of microphones. Raise your hand. We'll start back here, and we'll just kind of ping-pong around. State your name and affiliation, and we'll get you a microphone.
SkyscraperMotorsports.com. This question is for Steve. What was the process like from the very start of the conversations with all the people, the committee, and everybody to, start the ideas of what we should do to kind of change the format to, first week, second week, like through that? What was the processes like for getting everyone to have a good compromise, and how much influence did, say, drivers, team owners, and fans, outside of this main committee, how much did y'all look at things like that?
Yeah, it's a really good question. Over a year, probably a year and a half process. If I'm totally honest with everyone, which that's my nature, going into even Phoenix this year,
They're still doing
kind of
16. I know why they're still doing 16, but be honest, if you're not in the top 10 in points, you're not going to put 10 races together and win the championship.
that we could go with.
Like,
and
they're doing 16, so if somebody has to miss a race, they've got a little bit of room to fall. That's why they're doing 16.
did a lot of listening.
And I'm assuming they're going to reset on bonus points. And like they just said, the points leader is going to have a big advantage
The industry, and that includes the media
going
as
into
well.
the
So,
chase.
You'll hear me often say, when I say NASCAR, I'm not just talking about the folks who are making the rules at the R&D center. NASCAR is everyone here. It's
I
everyone.
hope that doesn't age
It's the
poorly.
owners, the OEMs, all of those people had a voice in this.
That's okay.
So
Ty
we
Gibbs
tried
is going to win a
strike balance.
championship from 16th.
Not everyone's going to love it. We don't expect everyone to just go out and love it. We don't expect this to be the magic wand we wave from a NASCAR standpoint and say everything's now great. We've got a lot of work to do from who we are, and that's hardcore racing. And Chase said, people having fun. We work in a pretty damn good industry, and we need to have some fun, celebrate the wins. But it was a great process. Looked at everything. We beat up a ton of models, and I'm proud of where we landed as a group.
Next one in the back, and then we'll come to the front row if we can get a microphone there.
Thanks very much. Mike Solarte, Spectrum News 1, also for Steve, and I guess anybody on the panel. I mean, you guys have talked about the compromise to get to this point. What is the desired end game overall? You said not everybody's going to agree with it, not everybody's going to love it, but what are you trying to most maximize out of this playoff format or going back to the chase?
I think from my perspective, and I'd be interested to hear in the other guys, is just re-engage with our core fans. The folks who got us there are a loud voice. And I think when the industry is talking about they want a different format, we want that as well. We want the drivers to feel like, I mean, they're the best drivers in the world, and we want them to feel great when they win a championship, that they ran through a gauntlet of the toughest racetracks, 36 weekends, and pulled it off. And so that was really important to us. At the end of the day, it's growing the fan base, but it's not just chasing new fans. We need to be with the folks who brought us to the dance, make sure that they believe in us where we're going. New fans will come along because they're going to see that this is a cool sport to be around.
Let's go to the front.
Zach Sterniel at NASCAR.com. For any of our active drivers, with wins counting for more points now, how does that help counter what we used to hear of just having a good points day, still incentivizing winning while also still rewarding consistency now?
You want me to go? I think from my perspective, winning mattered in the previous format that we had as well. But you can also have good points days, too. And I don't think that it's totally gone. I don't think either side of the fence is gone. And to me, I think that's kind of the whole point of this, right? Is you can go out there and have a great stretch of top fives or top tens and get stage points and do all those things, and you can still have good points days. I don't think that's erased, but certainly the amount of points that you're going to get for winning is eventually going to add up. So look, I've always kind of been a believer that I think a lot of the formats and things that a lot of times it's going to come out in the wash, and to me that was where, as long as we had an opportunity for a format to make it come out in the wash, I think we were doing the right thing. And to me, this format does that. Having bigger sample sets, as we've heard, not coming down to one race. There's just a lot of variables in motorsports, and I think as long as you give these drivers and teams and just the races play out and let it come out eventually the way that it should, I think we're doing right, and I think this is a great step to achieving that.
Right behind Zach, row 2 there.
John Newby, Fan Buzz. So, Dale, obviously you won't be in the booth for these races, but from your broadcasting perspective, what does this do for the overall storylines as opposed to, 4 drivers or 8 drivers or 12 drivers at any given part of the rounds?
You're watching Raw. I kind of forgot Raw was on. I'm going to finish this race while I listen to Junebug.
Throughout the summer, as we're building toward we'll be sort of trying to understand who is trying to fight their way into that position to be one of those 16.
Well, Shane Vangisbergen better get better at more than just road courses now, I guess. NASCAR 25, I need this update. I need this update, NASCAR 25.
Regular season and be one of the guys, right? That all year, every lap, every race, put a good points record together 1 week and win the next, and drag up to race cars and then for 20th the next to get to that stage every single week and grind. And
Point leader entering the chase will have a 25-point advantage over second.
the pride in the work that they got to put in every single lap and every single race to finally be one of those few people that actually gets to be a part of that at the end of the year. And so it'll be fun for a portion of the season. And I love the idea that once we do get to the chase, we just get to sit back and watch these guys come at it for 10 races. And they have to put together a full body of work. And I feel like that whoever can accomplish
And the chase is a really good variety of racetracks as well, so I think this is going to be good. You've got every type of racetrack. One road course, one super speedway, a couple short tracks, mile and a half, oddballs like Darlington. So this is going to be good.
Inside now. Clear inside. Two to go this time now.
Hi guys, Scott Fowler from the Charlotte Observer. This one's for Mark. You seem to really have your finger on the pulse of the classic race fan. So do you think this format is enough? Because some classic race fans, of course, just want a straight race, just like it used to be in the 80s or whatever. What would you say to that?
Yeah, it's not going to be enough for some. You just
Mark.
I think that is the best
One more time.
scenario that you could have asked for.
Easy on your
After the
tires now.
second meeting that we had, I was still convinced that we couldn't even get to this. I am so happy. Everyone wins in this format. Everyone. The fans win. They win. The drivers, the teams win. NASCAR wins. Everybody wins.
Carlo,
You know,
try to coast a little if you can.
you can't
Save us some
always
fuel.
have everything you want. And
You're all clear.
I wanted it all. But I'm sure
Amazing win. You just never cease to amaze us, driver.
Hey, I won. Stop. Shit.
For the winner of today's NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing.
Steve, how close, if at all, did you come to going to a full race or full season points, and what was the determining factor not to go there?
I'm going to go back and looked at everything. I think the leader probably to begin with was maybe a longer four-race championship format that I think some people thought about. Then it was 5, different mix of track speed, and then really narrowed down to a full season or some type of a chase. And just looking at both of those, there are a lot of fans. Yes, there are a lot of local fans on social media. Those aren't all of our fans. There are a lot of fans who like playoffs or like a playoff format as well. So we felt like this was a great balance. And it's simple. There's no playoff points and all those things. Ryan McGee said it best, I think, in the committee that you need to get on an elevator, get to the 20th floor, and be able to explain this to somebody. And we can finally do that. We couldn't do that in the past. It was really challenging. And so this, we feel like, as Mark said, is the best of both worlds. And it gives us room to take a look at it. It won't be perfect. We'll learn some things along the way. We got the smartest group of engineers and drivers and teams that'll look at this and say, here we go. Here's how I'm going to go after it. And we'll learn some things along the way as well.
And one pop up on the back, and then we'll come up in front of Jeff. Trey Downey, Motor Racing Network. This question's for Steve. What went into settling on 16 as the right number to qualify for the chase? And then also, what was the balance of the points for winning versus a win-and-in scenario? I look back as maybe last season as far as a guy like Shane Van Gisbergen and what he did in the regular season versus being able to get into this format.
Yeah, I think, let me answer the first part, or what you just brought up in terms of the win and in. So one of the challenges around there is, like, we're going to the Daytona 500, right? Biggest race of the year. Mark Martin wins the Daytona 500. What's the first thing an announcer's going to say? He's in the playoffs. What are we doing, right? And when you
Yeah, now he's trying to act like he's been on our side the whole time.
became something that was taking away from the entirety of the season. So it was important for us to still make winning matter, but every race mattered. So even when you got to the old playoffs, you could win in the first round, and you could test for 2 races if you wanted to. I mean, sponsors probably wouldn't allow that, and you're going after it. But there were some unique situations that we learned along the way that allowed for some things that we didn't love. So this was important for us to have winning still matter, adjust the points, and make it as simple as possible. I don't know if you're at the first part of this. 16, yeah. So not lost on us that a lot of things were going on, right, in Phoenix and throughout the year, and we wanted to make sure that we limited the disruption as much as possible in the industry to make this happen. 16, when you look at it in totality, it still felt like it was
to Kelly. He was already in the queue.
Hi, I'm Jeff Gluck from The Athletic. Steve, there's the people that were on the 36 race side that were really hoping for that. How do you do outreach, or how do you get them back in the, in the fold, so to speak, and embrace them, even though this decision didn't turn out the way quite they wanted, maybe?
So again, I'd go back to we think it's a good compromise. At the end of the day, it's going to be all about are we great races that people want to tune in and go and see. Do they care about our drivers? Are we promoting the heroes that they are, as Mark and Dale said? When we were talking in the past about if you go to Bristol, Ryan Blaney wins the race. Chase Briscoe finishes, I'm making it up here, but finishes 18th, but made the cutoff. The story was all about the 18th place finisher instead of the winner. Long term.
I like how this shit just now dawned on these morons.
Series race is about to
be so really important for us to get back to those storylines. I think the fans will come along with us. We've got work to do though, because it's not lost on any one of us in NASCAR. We got a lot of talented people who are hungry to get
Time to go. Good luck out there.
And we're going to work our asses off with the industry to deliver for the race fans.
Too, Jeff. Steve won't say it, but there are contracts, team contracts with sponsors, and it's a lot more complicated than our fans really realize. It's very complicated. We're really lucky to have gotten what we got here. This is a great compromise in my eyes, and the jump from 10
All right, let's make some
to
changes.
36 is not nearly as
Flip the switch. Time to go.
playoffs to 36. So you never know what happens in the future.
Mark Martin saying in the future he still wants full season.
Green, green, green. One on the bottom. Still there.
NASCAR channel listing on Sirius XM, NASCAR radio. We now send it over to outlets.
Still there.
Coverage on the NASCAR channel.
One low.
Thank you very much, Adam. We have a lot
3 wide.
to discuss with this new chase format and
3 wide.
The new slash
One on the
old.
bottom.
three-time NASCAR
Car
Series
high.
champion Jimmy Johnson,
Clear outside.
seven-time champion Jimmy Johnson,
Outside.
Mr. Chase himself, Jimmy
3
Johnson.
wide. Car high.
Gotta love it, Mr. Chase, Jimmy Johnson.
Inside now.
I was saying he should be the only one making the announcement.
Clear outside. One up high. Clear bottom. 3 wide.
the 2026 season of NASCAR
Car high.
Race Highlights. We were joined by very favorite racing Steve Warren as well as Kip Beer. We're going to react to this new chase format. So first and
Clear high.
we're going to break it down a little bit with the details for the fans.
Clear low.
Let's break
Car
down
outside.
the leaders and let's take it point by point so that the fans know what exactly they're
All
getting
clear.
for this postseason. So Steve, 26
Stop saying
races.
postseason. Just call it the fucking chase. Don't ever make me cringe over again. It's the chase. Fuck you. No more winning in. Mediocrity will no longer be rewarded, except when you're 16th in points,
3 wide.
or if you're Jeremy Clements running me down on the fucking apron. Bro,
Clear up top.
this motherfucker.
Outside now. 3 wide. Clear outside. Outside now.
Points, points, points. Yes!
Clear high if you want. One high. Inside. Clear low if you want it. Clear inside. Car inside.
So basically, it is going to be consistency, winning races,
Outside. 3 wide. Clear low.
Cars didn't turn at all there.
Clear high if you want it.
Block the fucking middle. Poking on it.
Clear low if you want it.
Shut up. Go fuck yourself. I'm really sad that there's not an elimination. Shut up. Fuck off. Go to hell. Never watch NASCAR again. I'm really sad that there's not an elimination. They're so bummed. Look at these fucking shills. Except for Letard. Letard's good with it. But these fucking shills are so bummed. The mask slipped there for a second. I'm really sad there's no elimination. Fuck off. It'll be mathematical eliminations. Can you do math?
Outside now.
Nah, there's mathematical.
Outside door. Stay low. Clear high if you want it. Car high. Clear all around.
I hope the first champion clinches the shit 2 weeks early. I hope for that. That's not it's not likely to happen, but it could.
Car outside.
Please let the champion clinch like 2 weeks early, please. Oh, please. It'd be so damn funny.
Stay low.
Spot all these assholes, especially that bitch just now. I'm glad that there's no more eliminations. Yeah, the Phoenix merchants are going to be very upset now.
20 to go. Car outside. Clear high if you want it. Car high. Clear high. Outside door.
Yes.
Clear. Amazing lap, driver.
Well, learn how to appreciate pure sports. It's going to be a lesson for all you youngins out there. Learn how to appreciate pure
Outside
sports
door.
and not gimmicked fucking drama.
Clear all around.
And I win poking over from dead last.
Outside now. Clear high. Car high. Clear up top. Car outside.
Today's a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today's a good day. I have renewed hope, renewed faith for the future. Yeah, get good if you, like, come on. Oh, we're not the Chase, our sponsors are happy. Well, get good. If you can't make the Chase, that's your fucking fault. I don't want to hear, my sponsors aren't happy. Well, maybe you should suck less. This also means the winner of that race that day will be the only thing that we're really talking about, and I think that's great.
Yeah, there definitely are some differences between the Chase that we saw years ago and the Chase that we're getting now in 2026. But before we move on to Ben Kennedy, he's going to come here and
Old Ben Kennedy, the man with the most unfortunate family in history.
Out front, nice job.
Hey, I'm the leader.
Clear, clear.
for the 10 races and the seeding. Once the regular season 26 races are complete. So right here, there is no regular season champion anymore. There's basically just a points leader. Once Daytona is all said and done for the regular season and those 26 races are complete, there will be your points leader who, no more playoff points, but the leader will start the seeding with 2,100 all the way down to 2,000.
I think the bottom four in the Chase should start with no bonus points. Oh, be right back.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier than keeping track of playoff points. Yes.
No separate buckets, no playoff points, just one set of standings.
Yes. And we do need to mention, too, that there still is benefit for how strong you finish in the regular season. We're not just taking away the regular season because similar to what we just saw in the college football playoffs, the one seed sat at home for the first week. They had a bye week. So now our number one points leader coming out of the regular
You can't
season
take a week off.
will have
That's
a
really
strong
the goal.
seed.
You can't take a week off. You need to show up every week.
They're still underdogs, just like Miami.
Had
to get in there. There we go.
It's gotta happen.
Well, before we are joined by Ben Kennedy here on the show, we're going to toss to what Dale Jr. said in the presser. Kim will be joining us a little later, but we'll welcome in Ben right after this. Take a listen.
What I believe it does is it makes it simpler for our fans to follow. I'm a fan of the sport, and now I'm compelled to plug in every single week because I know there's a long form objective for my driver to accomplish to be able to give himself the opportunity to win the championship. And so even though my driver may have success early on this season, it does not assure him success in the postseason. So with the way that they're going to stack the bonus points and everything else, it's critical that these drivers have success every single week. Every single race, every single lap will have more importance. I think that's fun for the drivers to have a more clear objective to how to get to the championship and easier for our fans to follow.
Joining us now is the Executive Vice President and Chief Venue and Racing Innovations Officer, Ben Kennedy. Ben, I've covered a lot of exciting days for the sport, and I continue to introduce you, and we're welcoming on to another exciting day. We know...
Just fucking stream and go get my computer working. But I'm going to finish this race first.
Get in and pit this time. All right, let us know what adjustments you need.
I think through that, we collect a lot of feedback from people. And I would say this is really important for our fans and our competitors. And we heard from them is a lot of things that you guys said is we wanted consistency, reward consistency, still want it.
All right, bring it in and pit this time.
Yeah, there's a linear, about 16-point spread between first and second. And then we wanted a larger competitive sample to be able to crown our champion. So at the end of the day, whoever hoists that trophy at number 9 for the club, World Series and Regional Truck Series.
Oh yeah, this is in the trucks and Xfinity too. Oh, thank God.
For sure. So that's kind of how the information was picked. But how was the decision finally made? Right? That was in the
35.
Back it down. We'll get the lead back. Stay focused.
Short pitting. Because you know we got to lose time on pit road anyway, so I can make it up for a few laps on fresh tires. And cycle through the lead if a caution comes out now.
Stay on the blend line now.
Now, everybody go back and do your hypotheticals on who would have won championships under the current chase. Somebody make a YouTube series on that.
Clear outside. Harlow.
Joey Logano's going to talk on here. Oh, I can't wait to hear from him. This is the worst day of Joey Logano's life.
That's the halfway mark. Car high. Clear up top. Outside. Clear up top.
I'm going for every stage point I can get. If I'm a crew chief. I ain't flipping stages no more. I'm taking all the points.
Leaders in the pits.
Man, Pocono was such a good track for me. I love driving there.
Clear outside.
It's fun.
Outside door. Clear high if you want it. Car inside. Clear inside. 10 to go this time. Leaders on pit road. One outside. Clear up top.
I think it's fantastic. I just to the race fans, especially the classic fans who say to me, I don't watch it. I say, I need you. Come on back. You know, we're headed in the right
direction. Three-time Cup champion Joey Logano now. No more time champion Joey Logano.
So, I gotta ask, sir, what was your reaction hearing that we're moving away from that?
fastest lap yet, bud.
So help me from a driver's perspective. How much do the details matter? Just try to follow every race or days you have to follow.
One inside.
Change your rules like
Hey, fuckers changing their
Three wide.
names.
Clear all clear. Clear all
Fucking
clear.
unbelievable.
Leader is pitting.
Yep, that's right. You have a bad race now. Tough shit. You better go stack some wins together, motherfucker.
you're 75, 80 points back. You're going to try to make that up in 10 weeks against the best 16 cars? Probably not going to happen, right? Like, so you have to be good throughout the whole season. The do or die moment may not be there anymore. It will be in some cases, but not as much as we've seen every 3 races throughout the playoffs. It's recruiting consistent.
This fucking cocksucker takes my line.
Car
and races like a
outside.
jackass. Every time I'm near him.
Three wide. Great job. You got the lead. Clear outside.
Is it worth making that move? An all or nothing kind of move? Or do you think about, hey, I need to make sure that's our goal every year. It's not a circular race, it's about a championship. So, the strategy will change, but look forward to it. It's going to be different. I'm one of the few drivers that lived the chase before the playoffs and then the chase. I've lived through all that, so
Some of your answer to the last question. Does this make a driver's portfolio need to be better? Because we previously went so much more.
What's up, Yuki? The chase is back. And my computer hard drive is here, so the stream's going to be over in a few laps, so I can go fix that.
Can you make the argument that every driver that wants to step up every type of race
I mean, it's gonna, some says it's gonna come out wash. I mean, it really kind of is, because every driver has qualities, no matter what. Some drivers are great at super speed, but some are great at courses, right? You have your areas where
The chase is back. No more win and in. No more win and in. Also, race wins go from 40 points to 55 points. Second place is 35 points. The winner gets 55, and of course you have your stage points. But now, the winner of the race will always have the most points that day. It is no longer mathematically possible for anybody but the winner to score the most points in a race. And win and in is gone. So, no more mediocrity being rewarded. It's ironic, they're talking to bald Joey Logano right now. They said 3-time Cup champion. I said, yeah, now no more time Cup champion Joey Logano.
Outside door.
I did a truck race at Homestead, and now I'm doing this. I was going to do more, but my hard drive is here. They're going to do the chase with 16 drivers, yes. It's just most points after 10 races is the champion. When they reset for the chase, the points leader from the first 26 races will have a 25-point lead no matter what. And then everybody else will be seated, like I said, second, 25 points behind the points leader. Third will be 10 points behind that, and then it's 5-point increments on down to the 16th spot. And most points after the 10 races is champion. No more win and in. Happy days are here again. I think it's a really good compromise. Although that bitch on NASCAR.com earlier, you should have heard my reaction. She said, I'm really sad there won't be eliminations anymore. I'm like, shut your fucking mouth. Shut your cock holster and never watch my sport ever again. If you're going to be like, dude, I missed eliminations. I don't miss Garrett Smithley cutting down in front of me for no fucking reason while I'm leading the race. But most points after the 10 races is champion. That's it. More points for race wins now. If you have a bad race, tough fucking shit. You better go stack some good ones together and get the points back. No more resets every 3 fucking weeks. Garrett Smithley just fucking Chris Roded my ass over there.
One high. Clear all around.
Sorry, you're kind of catching the tail end of the stream. I would stream longer, but I got to fix my computer and get somebody. Who's going to win the championship 5 times in a row? William Byron or Christopher Bell? William Byron or Christopher Bell is going to go on the 5-in-a-row streak. You know, that's the only reason we ever moved away from the chase is because Jimmy Johnson dominated. They're like, we just got to fuck him over every 3 weeks and reset this shit. And then he still won a championship anyway when they started doing that. He wasn't dominant anymore, but he still won a championship anyway. So I think today is a good day. I literally said, when they were like, the chase is back, I said out loud, this is the greatest day of my life. 2010 was a chase format, yes. There were 2 different chase formats from 04 to 2013, and they were really the same. They just altered like a couple of little things. From 04 to 06, they didn't seed you on bonus points for wins. They just reset you to all be 5-10 points apart, and there were only 10 drivers. Then they expanded to 12 and started giving bonus points for wins to seed the chase or whatever.
Outside.
And now they're talking to fucking Jimmy Johnson. By the way, when they came on the air on the live stream, they started showing NASCAR highlights from 04 to 2013, and I said, oh, I know what this is. They were like, and Kurt Busch is the 2004 champion. Tony Stewart is the 2005. I was like, yeah, I know what this is. Jimmy Johnson wins 5 in a row.
1 outside.
Why didn't they cut it back down to 12? Because sponsors were pissed. They want dirt cars in the chase. Well, it's like, be better, but they were never going to cut it back down from 16. They were always going to stick with 16 because they want more sponsors to be happy, and they want guys from fucking 12th to 20th in points to race hard. So, if we're being honest, nobody outside the top 10 in points is going to stack 10 races together at the end of the year good enough to win a championship. Tony Stewart did that once. Tony Stewart was, what, 11th to start the chase? I think he was like 11th. And he tied Carl Edwards and had the tiebreaker for most wins. Nobody from outside the top 10 is going to make the chase or make a run for the final 10 races. It's not top 30 anymore. Winning in is not. You have to make it on points. The chase will be set by top 16 in points and nothing else. They just give more points for wins now. Instead of 40 points for wins, they give 55. Points are all that matters.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
So to get the most points, win the stages and win the race. When are we doing a chase prediction? When are we getting the chase added to NASCAR 25 iRacing? Surely that's something you can cook up real quick. That shouldn't take long to cook up. I want the chase in NASCAR 25. I'll do a whole goddamn season and love it. I will run an entire season for you guys again. If they can add it into career mode, that'd be really great. But I think adding it into career mode might be a little more complicated. But can I please get a season mode with the chase? Please. iRacing. You know the NASCAR 25 Facebook group is about to explode. I really want to do another race, but I really got to go fix my computer and get something to eat. So.
The next generation needs to come along, and that's really where we are. So, again, I'm happy I don't have that.
Fuck it. You want to do a quick Daytona?
Hats off to NASCAR for
Xfinity and trucks will also have a chase. 10 drivers and trucks, 12 in Xfinity.
I'm sure some will like it, some will hate it, some won't care. It's just kind of the way it goes.
I want to get a
We'll put
specific
where on
team
normal.
owner viewpoint from you, because you've got 2
I wanna
full-time
do one more
drivers
race.
under the Legacy MC banner, and a race win.
One more
no
race,
longer
one more race.
guarantees an automatic playoff position, and a lot of teams leaned on that, especially at the
We
end
did
of the
trucks at
regular
Homestead,
season.
Xfinity. Let's do Xfinity at Daytona. Let's do one more race.
How does Legacy
One more little
MC
race. And then I'm going to go fix my computer and get something to eat.
the regular season now?
I think for us and where we are as an organization, it helps us. We're trying to build that consistency.
Fans are ready, and this NASCAR Xfinity Series race.
Fuck Philly. And today is the greatest day of our lives. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, NASCAR.
Window and the cutoff that was coming.
Please, God,
Time to go now.
welcome to the first day of the rest of your life.
Is in an area where we think we're the strongest, and that's
You can't make playoffs off a fluke Daytona win. You've got to go get the points.
One on the bottom.
The top 16 in points make it. No questions asked.
Clear all around.
If you won a bunch of races, good for you. You better have enough points to be in the top 16, though. Standards are so low, I'm not even bitching about it still being 16. Because like I said, nobody outside the top 10 is going to put the 10 races together and win the championship. Or they would already be in the top 10 in points. If you make the chase half-assed from 12th to 16th, you're not going to win the championship. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm not even going to bitch about it still being 16.
One low.
83 wins and victories still beat Mahomes. So statistics usually skew the other way, where you have Mahomes leading wins and Joe Reese
Stay high.
in qualifying. And now with this
Inside.
Reese starts before Reese
One bottom. 3 wide.
session. Can't really adjust.
One bottom.
You don't get the big runs in the Xfinity car like you do in a fucking truck. I'll tell you that.
One
That's
bottom.
realistic.
One low. 3 wide. Car low. Car high. Clear up top.
Theo, if you hurt that fucking PS2, I swear to God.
Car inside.
I actually think stage points, I've said from the beginning that I think stage points are good. I don't think this 9-car crashing in front of me is good. What an asshole.
Caution's out. Pit road is open.
I think stage points actually tighten things up, as opposed to just points per finish or a bonus point for like lap lid. EO, if you hurt that fucking PS2, I will throw your little ass outside. I'm not buying another one because you kick off of it and flip it over.
Green, green. One up high.
Of course, I was making good progress. Now I have less laps to get to the front because the fucking Suarez car decided to cut down in front of me and cause a wreck. So.
Stay low.
EO's headbutting me like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was making a great run there. I was about to pass a lot of cars. So, damn, Ricky, coach it down. We had to come up with something to slow me down. God, the playoff format was fucking AIDS, dude. AIDS. Cancer to stock car racing.
Outside now. Car outside. 3 wide. Clear outside. Car high. Outside door. 1 up high. 3 wide.
Checking up. Take advantage of your mistakes.
10 to go. Outside now. 3 wide. Clear high.
I like how we used to bitch about Jimmy Johnson. Man, those final 10 races are so Jimmy coded. NASCAR was like, fuck it, we'll cut it down to 3-3-3s. And that made it even worse. Because then we had Joey Logano's fucking fraud ass championship runs.
3 wide. Car outside. 3 wide. Clear outside. Outside now.
Oh my god, can these fuckers stop? They just turn down and keep fucking wrecking. Stop! Fucking stop! Hold your fucking line! I didn't do any of that. Fucking moron just cuts down on me and wrecks his fucking self and tries to hurt my damn car. Fucking stop!
10 away.
Cunt! Like, goddamn, every time I'm getting somewhere, I got wrecking front and bring the cushion out. He's doing down. Fucking hell, like, knock it the fuck off, man.
Stay low.
When somebody's under you, they're there. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot.
Hold your line.
Killed the fucking arrow on the front of this damn car. Because they can't stop fucking wrecking.
Stay low.
I can't take a video bump and I gotta cut people off to have a big one. This ain't a fucking ARCA race. It's starting to fucking feel like one though. Because people won't fucking stop.
Outside door. 3 wide. 1 high.
You gotta be kidding me.
3 wide.
They're just gonna keep throwing cautions to make sure I have no time to get to the lead. This race is fucking rigged. They're absolutely, that caution was bullshit. That was literally just to slow me down some more. And give me less of a chance to win.
Pace cars off.
Like, give me a break, man. Can I go race? Or do we have to have a caution every 2 laps because you can't fucking drive?
There's the green flag. Outside door.
Ridiculous. Now I've got less of a chance to win because there's even fewer laps to go now and I'm still not even in the top 5. At least I've got 3 laps instead of 2.
Stay low.
I mean, fucking hell, dude. Every time I start to get somewhere, dude, caution. Dude, caution. Oh, race is shaping it well. Dude, caution. Nah, but I was told under the elimination format that every race matters. I thought every race mattered. I thought there were no mulligans. Every race matters. The fucking line of bullshit we've been fed for over a decade. Every race matters under this format.
3 wide. Car high. 4 wide. 3 wide. 1 outside.
Daniel Dodd deliberately slowed down to not push me and let me get to the
2 to go
front.
this time.
He's deliberately sandbagging.
Car outside.
I can't get to the lead because every time I try, he just backs off and won't push.
3 wide.
If I can just get under 54 here and push the damn 7, I'll be all right.
Clear high.
Latar's talking about the 07 championship.
One more time, buddy. One more time. Straight and smooth. 1 outside. We're out front, driver. Clear, clear.
Oh, and then they all fan out back there to try to help Allgaier. The playoffs are gone. Praise the Lord. I know, right?
Outside now.
Justin Allgaier's going to beat me at Daytona with no draft hill.
Clear high.
I hate to cut the stream off right when you join in, but I got to go get some food and fix my computer. My hard drive's here. And I'm going to win Daytona. Hey, guys, I'm in the play. Oh, wait, we can't say that no more. I won Daytona. I'm in the playoffs. Oh, we can't say that anymore. Oh, what a shame. Brain rot has been removed from auto racing. That bitch on NASCAR.com. I'm really sad there's not going to be eliminations, though. Motherfucker, there will be eliminations. Do math. You want to see eliminations? Look at the fucking point standings and do math. There's your fucking eliminations. You'll know if you're eliminated with a few races to go. Do the fucking math. How many points can I gain in each of these races? How many points am I behind? There you go. There's your fucking eliminations. Blow me. Blow me. But anyway, I hate to do it. Cowboy, we might get in a party later, maybe, if you want, since I'm having to cut my stream off here, fix my computer, and get some damn food. But happy days are here again. I'll take it. No more winning in. More points to the winner. Points win the championship. Thank you very much. We'll be back for more of this. And NASCAR 25, I'm going to need that chase update as soon as possible, so get on that. They're about to put out the January update with Portland or multiplayer fixes or whatever, but you better get to work on that chase update. I'm not doing another season of playoffs. I won't do it. I'm tired of the brain rot, so I'll catch you guys next time.